Hey, we're back and I'm excited. Can you tell? Just got through dancing to one of my favorite songs. I'm excited. I'm excited about today. I'm ready for this day because I'm going to spend some of it with you. We are going to make some rosemary tea really quick. I want to not need coffee as much as I think I do. And then we're going to talk about 4 books that I am reading and then where I am at with my writing. Let's go make this tea really quick so we can talk about these books. The first thing I want to do is make my lemon juice, squeezed fresh lemon juice. A lot of times cucumber and lemon juice. Oh, I love it. It's dried rosemary. I just like rosemary. I just like rosemary. You can grow rosemary yourself. I have failed. I've killed 4 rosemary plants. But anyway, I don't know how to grow rosemary. I just get rosemary from the grocery store. Rinse this in water. And sophisticated. Okay, I'm just gonna soak it in some water. Nice soak a couple times, and then I'm gonna put it out to dry. Set it on a plate for a few days. It'll be nice and dried and crisp, and then that's when I will transport it here. Water for my tea. So freaking cute. And it has this little steeper. It's super easy. You clean them. You can use baking soda and vinegar if you want. I just personally did not want to do that today. I don't know why. I just don't. Ooh, thank you, Rosemary, for being you. The seed had my name all over it. But let's go ahead and make my rosemary tea. I want to start drinking more tea than I drink coffee. Can you see? Lord Jesus, can you see? Can you see? Let me bring you down some more. Let me calm down. I don't measure. A couple fingerfuls. Thank goodness I'm making some more because this is almost gone. My lovely new teapot. We are going to steep this. And while I steep it, Mercy is the Bow by Steve Almond. It's a manual on the construction of stories. I love it. I'm learning a lot, actually. If you are trying to get better at writing, I mean, I know there are master classes out there and there are so many ways to learn. This is just what I'm choosing right now. I want to read what other authors have to say about writing. But one of the things that I want to share with you is his ability to drive home a point by using examples from other authors and their work. This book is full of his thoughts and his experience, and then he also uses other books. When I first started this journey, this channel, it was to explore other reading genres so that I can see other writing styles and just kind of explore my own writing style through others. This book did that for me because he introduces other authors and their books, and then he takes certain excerpts from their books to prove a point that he is making. And every example that he has used has been perfect. Like just captivating little short stories or essays to make a point, a specific point. But I want to give you an example. This chapter is about chronology and being able to ground the reader in a part of the book when the book jumps across different decades or timelines. This specific section is about knowing how to ground your reader and not confuse them. Which one do I want to share? Alas, chronology ranks pretty low on the standard list of authorial anxieties compared to plot, character, and so on. I gave it very little thought when I was working on short stories and essays, but as I embarked on longer narratives, I came to see that my job wasn't to manage just characters and events, but time itself. It was Gabriel Garcia Marquez who opened my eyes on this. I kept thinking about this famous opening to 100 Years of Solitude. Many years later, as he faced the firing squad, Colonel Aureliano Buendia was to remember that distant, oh, let me start that over. Many years later, as he faced the firing squad, Colonel Aureliano Buendia was to remember that distant afternoon when his father took him to discover ice. That a novel could begin, okay, that was the excerpt. That a novel could begin this way struck me as audacious. The initial clause, many years later, throws the action into the future so that the reader enters the story seconds before a central character's death, then immediately reels back decades to capture an indelible childhood memory. In effect, this sentence operates as a time loop, signaling to the reader that this novel will be told on an epic scale, spiraling through time as required to capture how the past intrudes upon the present. So I liked that, and I say that because I'm also practicing writing, and just to hear what he has to say and then compare it to what I've already been writing, I'm like, oh my God, like these are things that I didn't even think about. You might have thought about these as a reader, but not me. Okay. Flashbacks and flash forwards are tricky because they represent many wrinkles in time. They are most effective when the reader feels securely grounded in time and when the memory or fantasy arises from some distinct trigger in the present. This sentence is hard. Hold on. They are most effective when the reader feels securely grounded in time and when the memory or fantasy arises from some distinct trigger in the present. That is, when the shift feels organically experienced by the character rather than engineered by the author. As our heroine stands before the ocean at dusk, watching her only child get married, for example, we have to trust that our readers will track her memories and associations so long as they understand what has instigated them. Does the occasion call to mind her first wedding? Does the smell of scallops wrapped in bacon, evoke the glorious pregnancy cravings she suffered carrying her daughter? Does the molten light on the ocean make her think about the fires that will consume her body if she signs the cremation papers her oncologist gently suggested she have drawn up, which she has slipped into her purse right beside the speech she intends to deliver at the reception? It's like little things like that. Just the examples he uses, this book is full of them. And I'm getting a glimpse of other writing styles, and I'm learning technical shit too. So yeah. This is a good read if you just want to, I don't know, broaden your horizons with the way you write. Let's see if the tea is ready. Let's make this tea. I had to change shirts because I was getting hot. It smells very earthy. So these are the reasons why I drink it. I drink it because it is anti-inflammatory. Oh yeah, that's. It aids in digestion. It helps with gas, bloatedness, and indigestion. It's anti-fungus, that's a lot. It's antifungal, antibacterial. It boosts the immune system. Cheers. It increases blood circulation. I don't add anything to it. I told you I love anything that is from the earth. Don't you wish you can taste it? You know you can. It's easy to make. Look. This is my little setup. DJI Osmo. It's such an awesome camera. A little desk. Working hard today. We are back. We have my lovely rosemary tea, remember? Ooh. Just making love to my cells. So good. And I got my lemon water. Let's talk about the first book, The Midnight Library. I gotta return it. It's a library book. Y'all, libraries are it. So just one thing about me is when I see a book or when I hear about a book, it's rare that I read the blurb. I usually don't want to know any of the details about the book. If someone says it's good and the just little things jump out at me, and it could be the cover, it could be the name of the title, it could be the color of the cover, it could be the situation that I'm already in my life, and the book just happened to seem like it's going, like it just fits in that part of my life, then I go ahead and I read the book. I would prefer not to hear what the book is about. That's just how I am. But I know sometimes you as a viewer, you may want to know more about the book. So I will tell you more about this lovely, beautiful surprise. Okay. A dazzling novel about all the choices that go into a life well lived. Between life and death, there is a library. Up until now, Nora Seed's life has been full of misery and regret. She feels she has let everyone down, including herself. But things are about to change. When she finds herself in the Midnight Library, she has a chance to make things right. The books in the Midnight Library enable Nora to live as if she had done things differently. Each one contains a different life, a possible world in which she made different choices that played out in an infinite number of ways, affecting everyone she knew as well as many people she never met. With the help of an old friend, she can now undo every decision she regrets as she tries to work out her perfect life. But things aren't always what she imagined they'd be, and soon her choices place the library and herself in extreme danger. Before time runs out, she must answer the ultimate question: what is the best way to live? Such a good book. The impact of regret. The impact of regret is humongous. I ask you not to regret the choices that you have made, that you will make, that you are making today. Regret is ugly and it's heavy. That's my piece. This book is good. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed like each regret that she had. She had a chance to go back and relive it as if she had not made that specific choice, and just to see how her life plays out in that particular little dimension or space, time, whatever you call it. It was just such a good read. I enjoyed it. I don't remember what I gave it, but it's in one of these clips. I think also I need to, now that I'm going to be reading and reviewing more, I don't want to give every book that I read a 5, but I really do feel like that. Like, it just does not take a lot to make me happy. I see so many wonderful things in so many people in so many situations. Like, my whole life is a 5. Everything is a 5. Hell, this tea is a 5. All right, so Midnight Library, excellent read. Go get you a copy. Okay, the second book is, what is the second book? Y'all already know how I feel about my quartz ACOTAR. I had to put this book down because, as you know, I was flying through them and nothing else was getting read. I am now in the middle. Oh, I call that the middle. The only thing I will say about this book, if you've heard the hype is right. It's just a very good storyline. I love this book and I love all the characters. I don't think fantasy is one of those books that I'm just gonna stop reading. I like it. There, we have it. I like fantasy. So I just started reading Play as It Lays by Joan Didion. So I have no idea what this book is about. Zero clue. I saw it. I fell in love with the cover. I heard that the person who mentioned this book said that she likes all of Joan's work, and that she heard that this book is also good and that she likes her writing style. And as you know, one of the things I want to do is read different writing styles. I don't know what this book is about, but I trust it. I just do. In the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me to understand what was happening, only because I'm used to reading a certain way, and this book is not written in the ways that I have read before. And it's just funny how like our minds are used to certain things, and then when something new comes along, it's like, oh, hold up. Like what's happening? Like I couldn't grasp what she was saying. It may not be that difficult for you, but it was, in the beginning, it was difficult for me. So needless to say, I am now on chapter 4. She has a very unique writing style. Reading this book, which I like so far, it has some juiciness to it. Like, oh my God, what is happening? That's just how I feel now. I'm enjoying it. This book, Miss Joan, thank you very much. She is the first person to make me realize that every author is no different from an artist. Now, I already knew that. I already knew that it's all creative styles and everybody's style is different. But an author doesn't have to play by any type of rules when they're writing. We all have our own writing styles in our life. We all have ways that we go about and handle our business. The insight and the ideas and the choices that we make is our own creative style. And that's what I like about life, is figuring out what works best for me. Thank you, Joan, for making me realize, like, I don't have to write in a specific format or whatever. I just need to just be free, like loosen up and just write. This tea is really good. Is it better than some coffee? No, not yet. But it's so good. It's warm, it's earthy. I know I've said that already, and it's just like, it's just giving me what I know I need. So thank you, tea. Thank you so much. And we are so blessed. When I started the project, my intention was to cultivate, to encourage my own personal writing style. And when I made the decision to do that, I didn't know what that entailed. I just knew that that's what I needed to do. The details, I didn't know. You guys, from writing my newsletters, from putting together these videos, which is a whole nother journey in itself, beautiful, to reading the books, not just reading because I've read for a long time, but now I'm reading, articulating that information through my reviews, verbally and through my writing, and then to deliver information to you. I am in awe. Like, I know this seems so small and simple, but right here, right now, for me, reading and writing and presenting information and taking something that I just really like doing and turning it and perfecting that skill. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel so good, and I'm so grateful. That's what it is. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the decision that I made to do this. And I am literally just in awe every single moment that I put energy to this. This has been a wonderful experience, and I just hope that, not I hope. There is no hope. I know this is going to be great, because it's great now. Like, this moment feels great, so it can only get greater. I think that is all I had to talk about. I really enjoyed this moment with you. I have other work to do though, you guys. I gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I had fun. This was great. I enjoyed the tea. I hope you enjoyed the tea. Well, you didn't enjoy the tea because you didn't have no tea, but I hope that you were inspired to go make you some rosemary tea. And if not, do all readers and writers drink coffee and tea? Like, what else do we drink? I don't know. Why do we like coffee and tea? Why is that so comforting when we sit down to read and write? Now I got to think of a thumbnail. Oh my God, I got to take pictures for thumbnails, don't I? Should have left on my other shirt. I don't know. I need a thumbnail picture. Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys spending time with me today. I will see you next time. Y'all, why'd I go down and make some coffee? Rosemary tea ain't nowhere to be found. I can't help it. This shit is good.